all these mugs again, clear it all up. I'll say it once again. If you don't like me that much, there's a barn at the side here. Step in it with me. Lock us in, and the best man will walk out, no holds barred. But again, a disclaimer, serious harm, can I care, or will I care? Pour that in your pipe and smoke it, tossers.
Yeah. Oh, fucking twat.
Who've got in the house? UGC Flames. Long time no see. Hope you're well, brother. Thanks for coming through. Thank you very much. Hope you're well on this Thursday evening. Give the like button a smash on the way in, please. Much appreciated. I hope you're well anyway, bro. Right. Let's get through this because I want to get... I'm only going to be on about an hour, but I want to get through it as quick as I can. Get this shit off the screen. Where is he? There he is. Right. Hope you're well anyway, bro. Thanks for coming through. Right, it's been a random... Oh, hey up, mate. Hello, Loz. Crawford straight up. Punked the WBC. Yeah, he did. So what start with that then? Yeah, there's been quite a bit going on in boxing this week. James. Oh, he didn't. Gary, salute to you, man. He's put, hey, Loz, how's it going? Yeah, I'm all right, thank you, my good man. Right. Yesterday, I wanted to do a video on this yesterday. We Be Crooks, I've called this. Good to see you, bro. You too, man. Hope you're well, UGC Flames. Good man from across the pond. He was robbed. What do you mean he was robbed? Salute to you anyway, Tarver. We Be Crooks, I've called it. Can't chuck me off. Right. Terence Crawford doing that post yesterday about Maurizio Sullivan trying to skank him for 400 grand. He wanted an extra 300. He wanted 300 grand more than the other governing bodies, plus an extra 100 grand and an apology from Terence Bud Crawford. And Bud stuck it to the man. Absolutely stuck it to him. And I salute Terence Crawford 110% for what he's done, because I think more boxers should do this now, because these governing bodies, especially the WBC, have been conning boxers for years and ripping them off and ripping the fans off with the shit what they've been doing with the strategic moving fighters into position, stripping fighters like Dimitri Bivol, fighters who popped dirty still being allowed to fight, fighters not fighting the mandatories like Canelo Alvarez, not fighting David Benavidez when he was mandatory for fucking God knows how long. And Bud Crawford last night stuck it to him. And I'm so proud of Bud Crawford. When I seen it, I was like, go on, Bud. That's how you deal with people like him. Pure greed. Pure greed. All the sanctioning bodies agreed on a fee, right? But this guy thinks that he's better than everyone because it's the WBC. 400 grand and apology, get fucked. Disgrace the belts. Yeah, absolutely. James Jameson, salute to you, man. But hello, Big Loz. Hello to you, Charlene. Salute to you, sweetheart. Thanks for coming through. Fury got protected. Should have been forced to fight. He said, well, that's what I was going to come to that as well. This is what I'm saying. The shenanigans from this man. Yeah, it's I can't even say the word. Prestigious belt. But let's get it honest. The belts don't mean anything anymore. They did do many moons ago, but they don't anymore. And as Bud said, I ain't paying your arse shit. Why should I? I'll keep the Ring magazine belt. It's for free. Fucking brilliant. And then Solomon's got people signing a cardboard cutout of Bud saying there's no hard feelings. But you stripped him. You stripped him because you're greedy. That's why. I mean, let's think about it. What do these what do they do for you? They put a belt around your waist and that's it. What do they do? What do they do for you? You have to pay sanctioning fees to be in the ranking system. You've got fighters jumping around like fucking Super Mario and Donkey Kong from positions where they shouldn't be to where they are. You've got people not fighting mandatories when they should be, and then you're trying to screw fighters over for more cash for 400 grand. Your fat ass. No, it's wrong. And I'm so, like I say, I'll repeat it again. I'm so proud that actually a solid boxer, Bud don't take no shit, has stuck it to him and shown him that, no, you're not fucking mugging me off. Fuck your belt, take your belt and run with it. And that's how it should be. More fighters should do this. Fury, I read that. Bud should dump the WB strap in the dustbin. Yeah, absolutely. I'd have flung it out my car window when he was filming himself on Instagram yesterday. I'd have said, hey, see this? Go get it, man. Fucking jog on. Do one with it. You ain't getting no 400 grand. Well, that's what Bud said. You ain't getting no 300 grand plus extra 100 grand out of me. WBC had Wilder witness protection for 5 years. Well, you could say that. Not when boxing is just money anymore. I never knew the Ring magazine is free. There should be one universal ranking body. Well, yeah and no. I agree with what you're saying, but I also think that with having four belts, four governing bodies, Apple Blue Typo. Salute to you, my good man. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming through. 400 grand shakedown. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with there being four belts, it does give other fighters opportunities to win world titles. But at the same time, I do agree. I don't mind, see. Tavaro, what you on about, man? I don't mind, see. What you've lost me, mate. What you on about? Type in what you on about, bro. You know, it's twice now. You've chucked me off what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't mind swapping all the belts for a Ring magazine belt, but Dana White not to be involved. Yeah, I can see your point. Yeah, the sea lost a bit wet for me. Yeah, you're jumping around like Mario, man. You threw me off guard, man. Anyway, for me, I agree with what you've just said. There should be one belt because then there's one champion in every division. I'm down for that. Yes, there is too many belts, and you know, it's like, as everyone says, it's like the WWE now with all these made up belts, all that international, continental, interim, all that shit. They should all be scrapped. I think every single one of them from all four governing bodies, because they get enough money anyway. So think of the money what they're making off them as well. But like I say, I'm so happy that Bud stuck it to him, man, because he's a greedy bastard, Maurizio Solomon. He always has been. The Ring magazine can stay because they don't do anything. Yeah, well, the Ring magazine is one. It's older than all of them, isn't it? If I'm led to believe. Well, sponsored by Erdinger tonight. So, yeah, like I say, they don't do anything. You win a world title and you have to pay for it. Plus, you have to pay the athletic commission. You have to pay your promoters. You've got to pay for all your team, your physio, and all that shit. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And Bud Crawford's right. No, you agreed with the other three governing bodies of a split. And now your fat ass is coming over here asking for an extra 400 grand. No, absolutely not. Ring magazine, yeah, I read that. Dodgy promoters love a belt to sell the fight. Yeah. Right. So, 10 minutes, yeah. The reason why I've stuck Eddie Hills and Conor Benn on this as well is because I want to talk about this. Excuse me. A camp might cost 100 grand. Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about this, right? Somebody, please explain this to me, right? How, and I'm not trying to be horrible, I'm asking, how is Conor Benn, right? And it all ties in with the WBC. How is this guy, right, who's not had a fight at welterweight for 4 years, right? He had Pistola Pete, the Mexican with the bad hairdo, at 154, and then he fights Chris Eubanks Jr. twice at 160, right? Then all of a sudden, he's strategically moved from being a middleweight back down to a welterweight, and he's ranked number fucking one in the governing body. How the hell does that happen? Now, I do know, right, they've been to this WBC convention which was held in Thailand the other day. So it seems to me now that to get your fighter in the ranking system, instead of them earning a shot or working their way up the ladder, you just go to one of these conventions, tell them how good your fighter is. Next thing you know, you fly home and he's ranked number one. So all them other 15 people who were in the top 15 of each governing body, when you go on like Box Reckoner, you get the top 15, don't you? So all of them top 15 in the WBC now have all been shafted. This guy's not had a fight for 4 years. 4 years at welterweight, all of a sudden becomes mandatory for the winner of Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios, whatever he's called. How does that work? I bet Triple Knee would love a ladyboy in Thailand. Oh man, don't start this shit. Connor looks like an Oompa Loompa in that picture, lads. Rankings mean nothing. That's what I'm saying. And again, let's not forget, Manny Pacquiao being retired for 4 or 5 years, all of a sudden comes back because he's skint. So they say. I don't know if that's true. But he comes back, fights Barrios. So he did exactly the same. So this is why I've put these on the, because we be crooks. That's what they are. This guy is fucking around with fighters, people's careers, ranking systems, and all that shit, giving people ranking positions what they don't deserve. Fighters who have retired for over 4 or 5 years coming back straight away fighting for world titles. It's not right. It's not right. It's fucking wrong. And that's why I'm so happy that Bud told him fucking do one. Get gone. It's a shit show. Fuck the WBC. Excuse my language. You reckon Sullivan needs 100 grand to cover up Conor Benn eggs? Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. Boxing is a joke now. Absolutely it is. You always see these organisations on videos enjoying life like it's is that supposed to be holiday, when all they do is hand off belts, maintain rankings, but no one questions all these until now, me included. Tavara, absolutely spot on, brother. Absolutely spot on. Now, I listened to Addy today off the zone. Addy was saying it's not right and all that, but when he was talking about Ryan Garcia, saying he popped, and then he comes back off a ban and he fights for a world title against Rolly Ramirez, and Rolly whooped his ass. Then all of a sudden the Devin Haney loss gets erased because of him popping. But then he comes back, fights Rolly Ramirez, gets beat, and then he comes back and he's fighting for a world title against Barrios. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. The WBC is all about whose face fits. We all know this. You stripped Dimitri Bivol of his WBC title. Let's not forget. Do you remember when Sullivan come out and said he wouldn't make undisputed between Beterbiev and Bivol because he said Bivol was Russian, which was odd because Better be Evers. Well, he's from Dagestan, but near on bloody Russia, isn't he? I think Russia still own them. Were they under the Russian government? But he said everyone, even Bob Father wanted to make it, but Sullivan's come out and said no, we're not making it. I don't know if any of you can remember that. So it's all about whose face fits where. And that's what I'm saying about this. So there's no need now to fight in these ladders to work your way up the ladder. Just go to one inventions now. Give Solomon a couple of grand in his back pocket, pay for his flight and his hotel and his food, and hey presto, you might become number 1 or number 3 ranked just overnight. And the poor buggers what have worked their arse off and working their way up the ladders get shafted. This is why I hate boxing, man, because of shit like this. It's just wrong, man. Let's look at Conor Benn, right? This kid, right? Without being disrespectful, this kid hasn't won a belt. Nothing. He held a trinket version of the WBA. He's never won an area belt. He's never won a British belt, a Commonwealth, or whatever. He's never won a belt. How come Crocker, the Irish dude, said when he beat Paddy Donovan, said, I want to fight Conor Benn. I want that fight. He's just picked up Boots Ennis's IBF world title. Why is he not going to fight him? But it's something about, I know it's about the WBC because his old man had the WBC middleweight title and he wants that. Super middleweight title, should I say. But your man also held the WBO title as well. Devin Haney's a WBO welterweight champion. Why don't you go fight Devin? You two have got bad beef between each other. As proved said last week, you only have to go on his Twitter. But it just gets me angry that it doesn't get me angry, but it does my head in that people like I just don't understand how you beat a guy in one division and then all of a sudden you're back in another division and you rank number 1. And you've done nothing. You haven't fought anyone at that weight for 4 years. 4 years. 4 fucking years, man. So all them people in the welterweight division, since Bud gave up the belts, all of them, and even when Bud had the belts, all them fighters have been fighting to try and get up the ranking system. And this kid just comes along, bang, like that. See you later. I'm at the top. It's fucking crazy, man. It's out of order. It really is out of order. And that's why I say, once again, I'm so glad that fucking Bud Crawford stuck it on Sullivan. Because he's a con man, a bad con man, protecting drug cheats and stuff like that. Fighters not fighting the mandatories. Fighters being stripped for no reason because the face doesn't fit. You know, the Benavidez Canelo Alvarez saga. It takes Benavidez to move up a division because he can't get a fight. Yet he's been ranked number 1 and he's been paying his sanctioning fees. It's just crazy, man. Conor ain't half the fighter his old man was. No, absolutely. A grooving body made for ex-fighters with the power to find their sanctioning bodies. Only way to save boxing. Yeah. Lewis Crocker is a matchroom fighter too. Exactly. It's easy to mate with, Ben. Say no more, Tarver. Say no more, brother. Say no more. Both under the same fucking promoter. Both at the same weight. Crocker's offered you out loads of times. Salute, Wizard Sleeve, man. Hope you well, bro. Sullivan's family trait. Yeah. Greed, innit? Yeah, absolutely, it's greed. Tavara, spot on, bro. Spot on. Both 2 fighters, same division, same promoter, same weight, one holds a world title. Why don't you go after Crocker? Why has he turned down that fight? Because apparently won't sell because Crocker's not a big enough name. But then I've heard people saying he's going after Barrios because they see Barrios as the weakest champion of that division. So I don't know, man. It's just this kid it's crazy, man. This all it is Eddie Hills, as we know, and his dad's name. That's all. That's all it is because he's never done anything. There's loads. There's McKitson. There's loads of fighters. Josh Kelly. There's loads of fighters who he could fight over here. At Crocker, Paddy Donovan, fight him. There's loads of fighters, and work your way up the ranking system. But oh no, because of his dad has got clout in his dad's name, and Eddie Hearn, they pull the strings. Now I was listening to Eddie Hearn today, right? Eddie Hearn was saying today, right, that they're going to try and get this fight between the winner of Barrios and Ryan Garcia on Cinco de Mayo Day in America. That's his plans. He's hoping it's Ryan Garcia, but he did say whoever wins, they're gonna try and make the fight for Cinco de Mayo Day, which is that Mexican day, isn't it? Mexican special. I don't know what it is, but their special day. Is it Independence or so? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just know he's gonna make the fight for Cinco de Mayo Day of the winner of Barrios and Ryan Garcia in America. That's what he said today. Crazy, man. Is that low-hanging fruit Barrios and Garcia? You're mad. Yeah, Day of the Dead, Mexican holiday. Yeah, right, okay, yeah, that's what it is. Well, it's crazy, man. I mean, without like dissing Conor Ben, I'm not trying to diss him. What I'm trying to say is, even if I was a fighter, I'd at least fucking try and get some decent fights at welterweight. Because you've got to bring yourself back down now. You've been fighting that long. Oh, Eddie said, the scientist said he can do it if he can bring himself back down to 147. But I mean, if I was fighting at 147, been at 160 and 154, and I was coming back down, I'd want a couple of tune-ups. Fair credit to him if, like, going straight in for it. But for me, don't deserve it. He really doesn't deserve it. But hey-oh, it is what it is. Right, let's get off that subject. Let's talk about this. Alexander Usyk and Deontay Wilder. The talk. Nothing's official. It's just come from the horse's mouth that he wants to fight him. This has caused a bit of an uproar, this has, in the boxing community this week. I mean, when I did this thumbnail, because I've got my hand over my head, that was exactly how I felt when I heard it. I was like, what? Why? I couldn't understand why. But then when I started listening to people's channels, what's he put? Dr. Usman is proud of Ben. Yeah, cherry picking Ben. They are, oh God. Oh, good wizard. Yeah, oh, for fuck's sake, I hate boxing. Yeah. Hatman wants Usyk to fight Hogoli. I know that's crazy. Fucking hell, Hatman had a right meltdown. Did you hear him? Calling Usyk a duck and everything. It's not acceptable. But I can sort of see where he's coming from. Because this is what I'm going to try and say to you. When I first heard it, that was how I felt. Like that. I was like, oh my God, no, please, no. Why? I just couldn't understand it. But then I listened to a few channels over the night, and I was listening to a few channels in the machine at work, and I was stuck in the middle, if I'm honest, and that's exactly where I am now. I can see people's point of view where people are saying, absolutely not, he doesn't deserve a title shot. What's he done to deserve a title shot? Usyk should be fighting Wardley, and I can see that point of view. But then on the other hand, I can see where people are saying, well, at the time when Usyk was a cruiserweight, the top three heavyweights really were Wilder, Joshua, and Tyson Fury. But people forget Joseph Parker as well, because Joseph Parker was a WBO champion when he was still a cruiserweight. So people forget that. So really, Parker is on that platter with him. He should fight Parker, because people are saying, "Oh well, he all like Moses and all these a different era." Even though they're fighting now, they are of a different era, which I understand. But you've got to put Parker in there, because Parker was a champion just as not as long as them, but a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? What is it? AJ beating what? 2000 was it 18, 2019? Something like that. So it's like 6, 7 years ago. So Parker was very active when Deontay Wilder was still active as a champion. Avatar, salute to you, bro. He's put Fabio got the BS stoppage. Yeah. Yes, Los. Seeing you grafting at work today. Good honest living. Oh, cheers to you, my good man. Salute to you, my good man. Thank you. Wilder is finished. Been finished for years. Yes, I totally agree, James. So I'm sort of more saying I don't think Wilder deserves a shot, because in my eyes he doesn't. You know, that's why I was saying I agree with what Hatman was saying to bring back Larry Holmes. Loves what you work as. Telehandler driver, mate. I drive telescopic forklifts on building sites. I don't know if you know what one is. I work for Wimpy Holmes. I've been with him about 10 years now. Well, they're called Taylor Wimpy now, because he bought Taylor Woodrow out. But it used to be Wimpy Holmes. Build houses, pal. Bring back Larry Holmes. So yeah, I can see where he was saying, but to call him a duck and say that he ducked, because he did say this on his video, and it was on his headline. Alexander Usyk ducks Fabio Wardley to fight Deontay Wilder, and then a big cross on cross on Fabio Wardley, which I thought that was a bit out of order, if I'm honest, because Usyk wouldn't duck anyone. We all know this. Usyk wouldn't duck anyone. And who's to say, still don't think this will happen, but who's to say that he doesn't fight Wilder to get Wilder off on his resume and then go straight in and fight Fabio Wardley? You never know. If I'm honest, somebody did say to me in my comment section, Loz, don't read too much into this, because Usyk's trolling. And I actually thought, do you know what? He could be. Because when Boxing King Media asked him, when did you decide this? He said, just now, and he started laughing. But he did say, I have been speaking to my team about it. So, me personally, I think he fights Tyson Fury April next year. That's what I believe. I don't think he fights Deontay Wilder. But you never know. Lost sorting out the housing crisis. Trying to. Yeah, it's in tatters, man, at the moment, the housing system is. Nah, man, he ain't old duck can duck when Usyk's been beating people more proven than Wardley. Yeah, absolutely. Hatman's fake gangster game came out with his rants. Yeah, I was shocked. I've never seen that man like that. He was fucking going on one, wasn't he? Victorian houses were the best looking, absolutely. You can't beat the old houses. Usyk just looking for a big payday. Maybe fancies the home of the American market. Yeah, he does. Well, we know Wilder's a draw, isn't he, in America? But this is what I'm saying. This is another thing why I think he fights Tyson Fury. People keep saying he's looking for the big money. He ain't going to earn nowhere near as much money fighting Wilder as what he does if he fights Fury a third time. Think about it. He more than doubles the amount of money what he would get fighting Fury than fighting Wilder. Don't get me wrong. He fights Wilder. This is how I see it. He fights Wilder. he earns more money fighting Wilder than he does probably Fabio Wardley. Not 100%, but he might do. But if he was to fight Fury for the third time, man, he's gonna fucking clean up house. He'll more than double the money what he would get fighting Fury than fighting Wilder, especially over here. That's a Wembley sellout all day long, especially in spring or something. Loz, yeah, I think Usyk is trying to bait out Fury for. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Don't be surprised. Usyk, you got to think, right? This is. I mean, I could be way off here, and this is only speculation. Yeah, salute to you, Eldon. Hope you well, brother. Thanks for coming through. Andy Ruiz is a better than Wilder. Yeah. Salute to you, Eldon. Fury versus Usyk 3 might not have the same interest. No, it won't. It won't. But do you honestly think? You got to think, right? This is how I think of it, right? Usyk is more of a draw over here than he is in America, I would say, right? Because of obviously he's battered every Brit over here. But he's fought over here. He's been fighting over here for the last few years now, right? What the hell is that? A little midget or something. Anyway, if you think about it, Usyk has cleaned house, right? He's become undisputed again. He's dropped the belt. Fabio Wardley's got the belt, right? Usyk's in the position now to do, as a lot of people say, to do what he wants, to fight who he wants, which is true. But if you think about it, if Usyk's only going to be around for a couple more fights, he can pick and choose who he wants to fight. He could fight Wilder and then fight Fury, or he could fight Wilder and then fight Fabio. He could fight Fury and then go and fight Wilder. You just don't know. That's how I try to think of it. But I honestly believe if he's after the big paydays, yes, he's not going to have the same interest, but that, I believe, is still a sellout fight. And especially because Fury's been out of the game for a year. And if he comes back, I mean, Fury might just have a warm-up fight. I don't know. But I think, if I'm honest, I think Usyk's trolling. I don't think he's going to fight Wilder. I don't think he's going to fight Wilder. He'll make money in America, but if he fights Wardley over here, I think he earns more money fighting Fabio Wardley over here, especially with us Brits selling out stadiums, right? Plus, we've got a world champion. Plus, Usyk is known over here. Now, if Fish Eyes can sell out Wembley Stadium for Fury, imagine what it is if Usyk fights Wardley. I think that fight sells out over here. Maybe not Wembley, but definitely Tottenham Stadium. That's a massive fight, man. For me, he earns more money fighting Wardley than he does Wilder. But then again, he earns more money fighting Fury than he does Wilder. I don't know, but I believe he fights Wilder. Stop ducking my man Parker, Usyk. Yeah, I think Usyk will go to the States to batter Wilder. Yeah, he could do. He might just want his resume. I don't know if it's Loz or Fury's reputation ruined. Turkey, don't do it, please. Yeah, well, we all know there's another one. Turkey says he wants that fight. He wants that fight. Outlaw, salute to you, my good man. He's put salute Loz in chat. Salute to you, my good brother. Terry McCann needs to come out of retirement and defend UK boxing honours. Yeah. So, I don't know which way it goes, but if I'm honest, I think he fights Fury in April. That's where I think he does. Fury's been out of the ring. He's definitely coming back next year. Netflix is all done and dusted now. He comes back next year, man. Definitely. Whether or not he has a few tune-ups, I don't know. But then, let's flip the coin again. Like I said, when I heard that news, That was my reaction. What the fuck? I couldn't believe it. Because for me, there's no way that Deontay Wilder deserves a title shot, especially not after that last performance. But like Outlaw, I was listening to you actually, Outlaw. Outlaw did make a good comment. He's still got one fight left on his Saudi record. He's only had 2 on his contract. He's got a 3rd fight left. So it very well might be him. If it is, I'm not mad because I'll watch it, but that for me, Deontay Wilder is a shadow of his former self, an absolute shadow. I watched that Herndon fight, or whatever he was called, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. That Herndon didn't want to engage. Wilder was still missing with big clubbing right hands, and it was just awful. It was an awful fight. It was, so think what Usyk, and what I was listening to one of them PBC channels the other day, and they were saying that Wilder's in with a chance. I turned it off as soon as I heard that. Made me laugh. I was like, well, I don't know what Usyk you've been watching, mate, but go and watch Usyk versus Dubois, and then go and watch Deontay Wilder versus that Herndon or whatever he was called. And I don't know, it was terrible. Wilder is mint, old stale rotten mint, old stale rotten mint, fucking pissy. Right, quickly, let's talk about this. I didn't see what's the highlights. I was absolutely gutted because it was on BBC. I don't watch terrestrial TV. I don't watch TV at all, if I'm honest. Kudos to Jamie TKB. V, sorry. I think Big Phrase. I don't know about Big Phrase anymore. He looked stunned. He got stunned, was it round 11? And he had that Fabio Wardley face written all over him again. It was an horrible punch, and he looked stunned. He was like that again. And I thought, oh my God. Lost good. Hey, Boxing Kangaroo, you crazy mofo. Salute to you, my good brother. I hope you're well down under there, bro. Thanks for coming through, Kangaroo, my good man. Never knew Clark was on and fucked up BBC. Don't deserve my money, yeah. Oh yeah, that's partly why I didn't watch it as well. But kudos to Jamie TKV. I want to see that Adelaide rematch, but I bet Adelaide won't run it back with him. For me, I think Big Frey should call it a day, if I'm honest. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but I don't know what's he lost now. 2 of his last 3 fights. It's not looking good for Big Freys. But it's a shame and he's only down the road from me, Big Freys, actually. 40 minutes, if that, Burton-on-Trent. He's only down the road. I'm on the outskirts of Stoke-on-Trent. But yeah, well done. This guy needs to fight someone with a heartbeat now. I don't know where he dug that massive card in Australia tomorrow night. Is it? What's it on? Never. What network's it on? Kangaroo. I'll watch that. Fraser's game plan was diabolical. Yeah, it was. From what I saw, Ben Whittaker. I don't know if you love him or hate him, but I couldn't be doing with all that rapping shit what he was coming into the ring with Dizzy Rascal. It took longer coming in the bloody ring than it did to knock his man out. Yeah, they said that guy's never been stopped before. He was a bus driver, a full-on bus driver. There was no 2 ways about it. He was a bus driver. I want to see Ben Whittaker fight. Now, I've seen it says it's been ordered. Whittaker versus Buatsi. It says it's been ordered by the WBC. If it has, that's a cracking fight. That's a cracking fight. That'll tell you exactly where Ben Whittaker is, and it will tell you pretty much where Joshua Buatsi is, because Buatsi didn't look too good in his last fight. Jaya Pataya's is on. Stand your promoters told Eddie to eat a bag of to eat a bag of dicks. Fucking pissy. Is it on the zone? Is it on the zone then, Kangaroo? Yes. Skippy the Kangaroo was world class. Lightweight, yeah. Lightweight. Skippy. So if it's been ordered, that's a good fight, man. But he needs to be fighting someone now because that was a full-on buzz driver. It's on a platform called Stan. Right, okay, I'll have a look for that. I'll have a look for that, mate. Jai Pataya's on it. Yeah, I won't mind watching. Yeah, I'll have a look for that. That's pisser, Stan. So what did any of you think of Whittaker's fight at the weekend? Did any of you? Sure it is on the inner card. Right, okay. When's Diego Pacheco fighting? I want to do a video on it. I've not seen the last couple of his fights. Mismatch loss. Yes, it was one. It was a mismatch. I was gutted really because I wanted to watch the Fraser Clark fight, but I forgot that it was on BBC. And I've got the zone, so I just put the Ben Whittaker fight on. I basically watched him come in the ring and I was like fucking falling asleep. And then he basically threw a punch, wobbled him, and then knocked him out. I was like, oh my God, they're building Whittaker nice. Yeah, they are. Evening, Loz. Evening, Thomas. Hope you're well, bro. But he needs to start fighting someone now. Because I'm not being funny, but that guy was a proper buzz driver. That was a buzz driver all over. He's only had 11 fights, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. But, like I say, for me, even in 11 fights, you could tell it was a total mismatch, like James just said. I could anyway. I could tell. I just looked at his opponent and I thought, who the hell's he? He didn't look confident or anything. I don't know. Is he the new Prince Hamid? Nah, he could never be a Naz. I tell you what though, I don't know if it's me or is it me, but whenever any sort of fighter goes with Andy Lee, the first thing I pick up on is how they sit behind the punches. They sit down on the punches. They put some serious venom into the punches and the weight in it. I don't know what it is. And I seen that with Whittaker. When I seen him crack him a few times, I thought, fucking hell, they were hard punches then, man. And he just blew him out of there, didn't he? Does he have the magic carpet? Piercy. The ghost of Jimmy Savile hunts Stephen Fry BBC dressing room. You're crazy, man. Right, this has been called. It's official. This is a cracking fight, man. What a way to start the new year. January the 31st next year. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson on the zone. I will stay up for this. Defo, I will do. I'm not into staying up for fights, but I can't miss this. Who you got? I think it's a hard fight for both of them, but if I'm honest, I think Teofimo Lopez wins that fight. I know you might not agree with me, but I think Lopez, when he's put against the wall, man, he comes out fighting Teo for me. Yeah, I noticed with Josie Parker, he gets up and fucks. Oh, do you know what? I seen someone put on a comment about him the other day. What did they call him? Joe Sniff Parker. Joe Sniff Parker. I fucking rocked up when I seen that. Joe Sniff Parker. I was like, oh my God, that's ruthless. It's funny as fuck how people make these names up. Yeah, Joe Sniff Parker instead of Josie Parker. That's fucking, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? I just saw it in someone's comment section the other day because they were talking about it when someone put Dan Pablo Parker. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, someone just put Joe Sniff Parker. Oh, fuck it. I couldn't stop laughing, man. That was quality, that was. Absolute quality. Now, listen to me. Do I bring back, because I don't know, do I bring back the Crime Watch series? Because if I do, I'm going to try and, I'm off work tomorrow. That's why I'm having a beer tonight. Cause I'm off work tomorrow, but I'm in Saturday. So this is me Friday night, if you get what I mean. Do I bring back the Crime Watch, or sort of just leave it? Because it's sort of like just fizzled out, and I haven't done one for a long time. It's been about 4 or 5 months now. But there's been some right planks in boxing over the last 2 months, so I was just going to stick 4 of the biggest planks in boxing and put them on a Crime Watch video this week. Crime Watch needs to return. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, Crime Watch needs to return. Yeah. Solomon, Gay, Ben, and well, I won't tell you, but I have picked the top 4 who were called Joe Sniff Parker. Well, do you know who I picked? I was driving home from work tonight, and I did think I had. Yeah, he was on there. I had John Fury on there at number 4. I'll kick you till you shit your pants. That rant what he did. Joe Sniff Parker for getting caught fucking sniffing bugle and having the world at his feet, and then all of a sudden he gets beat. Well, it wasn't his fault he got beat. The ref stopped a fucking very good fight. But Joe Sniff Parker for getting caught sniffing bugle. Eddie Hills for pushing this Jake Paul fight with Anthony Joshua, pushing it like anything and getting his man a ranking when he hadn't earned a ranking. And then I was going to put Anthony Joshua in at number 1 for basically milking the fans of a bullshit fight, bringing in a YouTuber, which is going to encourage more YouTubers to come into boxing, and basically just ripping off the fans, ripping and mugging off the fans. Mr. Humble, Mr. All About Legacy, Mr. All Roads Lead to Anthony Joshua. What a man who fights YouTubers. So that they were going to go on it, them 4. But then I did think about Howard Foster for stopping the Parker fight, but that was quite a way away. John Fury apologised to Joe Egan. Yeah, he did. That wee bag of sniff, because Don Parker's millions. Yeah, AJ should be on there. Absolutely, yeah. It would be a crime not to bring it back, lads. Love it. Okay. Fucking Chris Eubanks Jr. was missing during the Ben fight. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He's in hospital, isn't he? I don't know if he's any better now. But yeah, I'll bring it back then. It's just because it sort of like just became a bit fizzled. I don't know. A bit stale. I'm trying to think of new things, but I will bring it back. Right, so quickly. Yeah, I'm going for Teofimo Lopez. That's a cracking fight, man. That's a cracking fight. What's this? Oh, Janabek pops dirty, but he's denied it. As they all do, don't they, when they pop dirty? So, I don't know. But he I don't know, mate. It's just another... it's just becoming an everyday reoccurrence now, isn't it? That fighters are popping. It's just all the same thing. Tyrone, salute to you, bro. Chris Eubanks Jr. Yeah, I've missed that. Salute Tyrone, hope you well, bro. Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres to fight for the final eliminator for, is it the IBF belt? Don't know when it's sanctioned for. I think that's pretty much it, folks. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's just glad that Bud stuck it on Mr. Sullivan yesterday. Good on him, Bud Crawford. I was well proud of Bud, because they're all a bag of shit, really, aren't they? All the governing bodies. There's only really the IBF what's any half decent. But hey, Loz, I got a post on my page about the winner of Obadiah versus whatever he's called. Get the winner of Badu Jack. All right, duty. I'll check your page out. Yeah, finally Jaya gets a unification. Right, quality. I think the thing with Jaya Pattaya now, I think, if he doesn't get right, so who's gets a unification? So who's he? What belt does that other dude hold? Because the Badu, I get you, the winner of Badu Jack and the other dude, because Badu Jack's the WBC. Well, if they make that fight there, if he gets that fight, then Usyk's got to fight him, hasn't he? What's he called? The other, I bloody forgot his name. Yeah, WBC. What's the other guy called? Who's got the WBO? I forgot his name. Zardo. Zardo's got to fight him, man. He's got to fight him. Especially if Jaya Pattaya gets that WBC belt, which he's more than likely he will do. But if I was Jaya Pattaya, I was listening to a channel the other day saying maybe he should just move up. Because he can't get these fights. And I tell you what, imagine that Jaya Pattaya versus Moses Ntoma. Or Jaya Pattaya versus Fabio Wardley. Fucking hell, man, they'd be good fights, then. Sullivan needs money, so he's making these cunts fight. Yeah. But he's the greedy bastard, though, isn't he? But, yeah. Right, folks, I think that's it. What time is it? 5:08. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna put some washing in, do my son's tea, and chill out for a bit. But I'm gonna make a thingy to Zardo a pussy. Yeah, it'd be a damn good fight though. That would. Fine show, lads. Oh, salute to you, James. Thank you very much. It'd be a damn good fight. That would. And I don't know why Zardo does fight him, man. Cheers, Loz. Yeah, you're welcome. So, Kangaroo, salute to you, my good man. You crazy mofo. Have a good day, mate. James Jameson, salute to you, my good brother. Like, sub, and share. Yeah, please do. I'm trying to get my channel back up and running, man. I don't know if you've noticed, I've been a bit lively just lately. I have missed it. I've been talking to Outlaw's saying like do shorts and stuff like that, Loz, because I lost quite a few subs, man, and I'm trying to get them back. Avatar, salute to you, my good brother. James Jameson, thank you very much. Random Don, salute to you, my good man, aka Triple Knee. Avatar, salute. Tyrone, salute to you, my good man. Thomas, salute to you, my good brother. James Jameson. I think if I missed anyone, Outlaw. Elden Games, Thomas, salute to you. If I missed you, I missed you. Sorry. I'll enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll try and get that Crime Watch out tomorrow as I'm off work. Peace out. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.